What's up, everybody? Next week's the user conference, and I thought I'd throw some tips out there for you if you're brand new to the conference, or if you're a seasoned pro, maybe you haven't heard of these tips. Here's number one, check-in. There's multiple check-in sites. You could leave it till Monday morning to check in, but a lot of people are going to be doing that, and I think the lines are going to be long. There are some satellite locations. I'm going to throw those up here. I'm going to try out the airport location at baggage claim 1 and 2. If you're flying in, that might be the best shot. They're open till 6. I figure I'm driving down, so I figure my wife will just drop me off and run around the circuit there while I run in and grab my registration materials, the swag bag, and all that stuff. Tip number 2, bring something long-sleeved and light that'll keep you warm. They pump the AC into those meeting rooms, and it's dark. So you're going to have AC blowing on your skin, so it's nice to have a long-sleeved shirt. I'm going to take a long-sleeve flannel shirt. Or if you have a light sweater, keep the AC off your skin. You'll be much more comfortable. I run a little hot, and I still get chilled in those meetings. Tip number 3 is public transit. I never rent a car. I never Uber. I only use public transit while I'm down there. My hotel's usually on the trolley line. I stay up in Mission Valley. Back in the day, you used to have to transfer in the middle of town to get to the convention center. Now they've got the lines so that you go straight to the convention center from Mission Valley. It's cheap. It's easy. A lot of people are intimidated by figuring out which bus or train to take. They've got an app that plans your route and tells you which buses to take. It's really easy. There's a handy app that you download and load with money to use when you use the transit system. Last year, I bought a card in one of the kiosks there at a train station. It's a funny story because I bought the card, and as it was dropping down into the tray, some transit officers had caught somebody riding free, and they were bringing him over to the kiosk to buy a ticket. Made me in a hurry to get out of their way, and so I pushed that plexiglass flap open to get into the tray, and it pinched the card between the back of the tray and the plexiglass, and it flipped up into the innards of the machine. So I couldn't get my card out. I asked the transit officer, what do I do? He says, well, just ride it free today. Tell them you talked to me, and if you get asked for your ticket. The guy that they had caught was not very happy about having to buy a ticket. He was very verbally abusive to those officers. I was surprised they were putting up with his crap. So I ended up downloading the app, which is much easier than using one of the cards. So the way it works is you have your app open and you tap at one of the little pedestals at the train stations, or as you get on the bus, and that's going to deduct $2.50 from your balance, and it gives you free transfers for 2 hours after that first tap. Then once you hit $6 for the day, you're good to go for the day. $6. When you hit $6, that's a day pass. You get to ride the rest of the day, and it won't deduct anything from your account. Tip number 4, get your wristband for the Thursday night party early on Thursday. I mean, you can get it on Wednesday, I think, but I don't like to wear it more than a day. Tip number 5 is consult the party map for the best food options. Those places at the beginning near the fountain, those places are more for kids' food. Corn dogs and chicken nuggets and stuff like that, fries. Head deeper into the park, into the museums. I think the fancier museums have the better food. There's one. I'll have to throw up the location here. We never even made it in there last year. We didn't even want to wait in those lines. So we skipped that one. We went to a couple of the museums. Here's tip number 6. Looking at the schedule, the plenary starts at 9:30. I don't think they open the doors until 9. Also, another bonus tip here is the plenary stuff, everything that's going on Monday is on the south end of the conference center. So don't get off, if you're riding a train in, don't get off at the convention center stop, get off at the gas lamp quarter stop, because then you just cross the street and you're right there. That's where registration is too. It's in Hall E, which is in the south end. If you're able to go, hope you have a good time. And if you see me wandering around the halls, stop me and say hi. If you're not able to make it, you can watch the plenary live. You can do an online registration and see some of the technical workshops online. We'll see you down there. Remember to dance like nobody's watching. I do. My wife makes fun of me all the time. She says I have no rhythm. I don't.